Now that we got the machine all set up the way we like it, we're going to start by tack welding the whole A-arm together. Okay, so now we're all tacked up and we're going to talk about the weld order, which in this case is really important. Obviously we have a triangle here, and weld distortion we want to keep to a minimum. Even though we're going to relax this arm in the end by putting cherry spots on it, which is a whole other thing we'll talk about, the order does make a difference in how loose it's going to be. So we've tacked on both sides, all around wherever the tube meets these rings. But we'll start our weld on the inside where there's probably going to be the least amount of movement, because we're right up against all this machined area here. That spool probably has less of a chance of moving here than it does out here. So we'll just put some welds on the insides here, and it'll pretty much solidify and stay that way until we relax it later down the line. But weld order in a job like this is very important. All right, now that we've welded as much as we can inside the jig, you see we reached all the areas we can. We're ready to pull it out and finish weld it. It's pretty much probably pulled and moved as much as it's going to, so we're okay to take it out of the jig now. Okay, so now we're all done welding here, and as you can see, this was the goal. It's moving really freely, and we haven't even relaxed it yet. That's kind of the goal. We didn't have a lot of movement. I did want to cover a couple of things that made the weld a little bit easier and tricks you can use when you go to weld stuff. Number one, you'll notice I took the torch and actually put it on the table here. So I wasn't holding it up in the air from the ground. It's nice and lightweight that way. Elbows down whenever you can. Try to get something nice to support from, you know, is an important thing. I cut my rod in half here, if you notice. Yes, it's a little wasteful, but it makes for much more control. You ain't swinging that rod around the area. And you can see by here, we were kind of cold and quick on our weld. If you look inside here, you can look at our heat marks there, and we barely cooked it at all. That's kind of the goal here, is we want great penetration, but at the same time, we don't want to burn it to death, because then it wouldn't move at all. It would be all locked up. You could probably put this normally on, a lot of guys would put this on a race car, but here at ThorSport we got a secret weapon. We're going to loosen this baby up even more. We're going to cherry it up, and we'll show you that whole process, and this thing will practically spin when we're done. One of the things you'll notice, we all know that the hot air is going to build up in a tube, and it's good to drill a hole, but in this case I actually didn't. And the reason for that is, after we're done with our arms, we usually get them nickel plated, and we don't want no seepage of chemicals getting inside the tubes, possibly causing deterioration or rust in any spots. So what we do is when we get around to the end of the weld, we just kind of zip it closed real fast, which isn't the best practice, but since we are plating this, we want to keep it a sealed system 100%. So what we're going to do now is, the last part of the process, is we want to loosen this arm up. We welded it, we kept minimal distortion, it moves pretty good, but it doesn't move like this. So Bud's going to loosen this up with a little heat and a little air to quench it. So what he did here is he actually heated it up and expanded the metal and changed the structure, and by hitting it with the air, we shrunk it tight, and that's what loosened it up. He actually pulled out these legs in the process. And now it's nice and loose and ready to go on a car. For more racing, customizing, and restoring tips, visit millerwelds.com.